Thank you, Madam Chair. I will be brief as I expect most of our speakers to be quite eloquent in their presentations around what has been, in many cases, tremendous work and stride by folks to grapple with what everybody, both the President and the Governor, has identified as America's crisis. I particularly want to thank the stakeholders and the community folks who've been on the ground and have done everything they can to be as supportive as they possibly can. Why the resolution and why this time? I think it's hugely important that those of us in policy positions and the community understand what, in fact, the city is doing. There's millions, if not billions, of dollars invested in the opioid situation in the city. We've seen additional resources added and commitments by the Governor and the President. I think it's only fitting that at this particular time we have a public discussion, let me emphasize that, a public discussion about where your money is going, what policies do we have in place, what regulations we have in place, and what are the barriers, those created by the bureaucracy, those managed by the bureaucracy, so that we can meet people where they are and help them through this lifetime situation, and at the same time, manage the quality of life and its impact and minimizing the impact it has on residents and neighbors. I think that in all of my years in community development work, and I've been at this for a minute, 30 plus years, never have I seen such a complicated, layered situation as I see in the community. I will be unapologetic in my defense for everyone in my district, but in particularly the young people who now have, we have almost normalized what is not normal. Those of us, as we sit back and we theorize about what we should be doing, really need to pay more attention, and I have a graphic that I will be putting up. It's a photo. Andre, if you could put that up. This was sent to me recently through Instagram by one of the Shutterbugs. Shutterbug is a small group of photographers out of Stetson. It's a group that we sponsor. And it's an Instagram that he has. And Javier explains it the best. He takes a picture of trash and he talks about what happens underneath those tracks every day. The people that he wants to be sympathetic to, but at the same time feels extremely distraught at the fact that he can't walk through there, and that at night unseemly things happen there. It is because of Javier and others that we have to be focused, intentional, and much quicker at addressing this situation. The residents of Kensington in the area that both Councilman Squilla and I represent have been patient. They've rolled up their sleeves. They've cleaned streets with us. They've done everything that they can, and yet they're still at basta ya. Basta ya. There is only but so much you can take. It is sad when I sit and talk to the seniors who live at Somerset Villas who tell me, Maria, I can't even walk over to Kensington to do my daily shoppings. There's 100+ seniors who are trapped in their apartment complex over on Somerset Villas. This is not a creation of one thing, and there's definitely enough blame to go around. This is a public discussion about what we're doing, what we're not doing, what we need to do, and more importantly, how we are going to make sure that we are addressing this in a way that is balanced and fair. And sometimes you gotta look back to be able to look forward. And we gotta look at what we did, because insanity, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different response. And I think we have made strides, but I still think we could do more, and I still think we need to do more. And this public discussion is about the solutions and not the blaming of why we are what I consider to be a perfect storm of a lot of bad things happening in one geographic location. So I want to thank all of you from the beginning. I want us to be respectful in our disagreements, respectful in our passion. There's no one more passionate than this fierce Latina in front of you. But let me tell you that never have I felt more committed and more optimistic, because I do know that the stakeholders on the ground who've been doing this are just as committed to do this. And what I want to do here is figure out how government helps and how government stays out of the way. Thank you very much, Madam Chairwoman.